Hello, good afternoon. This is David Sutter talking to you, and today is my weekly trade predictions for the upcoming trading week of November 16th through November 20th, 2020. Okay, and what I'll do here is I will look at all the major forex currency pairs on a 30-minute time frame, just so we can see what happened this past week. Okay, and then I will compare that to higher time frames, such as the 4-hour daily and weekly charts, and then I'll try to give you my analysis of what I think is going to happen this coming week. All right, so to begin with, I want to say that US dollar had a spike in the beginning of the week. It went up as predicted, but then it just fizzled out. Okay, and pretty much all the different currency pairs were in a flat range of market for the majority of the week. Okay, so I'm going to show you that here in a second. And to begin with, when we look at EURUSD right here on a 30-minute chart, we see that it had a spike down at the beginning of the week. So if the US dollar spiked up, this one obviously had to spike down, and then, like I said, it just bottomed out right here. Okay, it fizzled out and formed a flat range of market. Now it is kind of projected to be going down. If we see right here on the 30-minute chart, we have a strong signal to sell, but this is very fresh, so we don't know if it's going to continue to go up or if it's actually going to drop. Okay, now let's look at the 4-hour chart and compare. Okay, if you look at the 4-hour chart, we see that yes, we have a red arrow, so this should be going down. So we had this big rally up, and now we're at a pretty strong level of resistance here. So I feel that this will definitely be going down. If we look at the daily chart shows the sell also. Okay, and the weekly chart. So with that said, you need to be thinking to sell this week. Okay, and if we look right here, go back to the 30-minute chart. Go back to 30 minutes. So right now it shows the sell, even the 1 hour. If we look at the 1 hour, let it refresh. Okay, it's not showing a sell yet on the 1 hour, but that's okay. So it might go up a little bit more, so you can kind of plan on that, I guess. But what I would do is, at the beginning of the market, when the market opens on Monday, do not place a trade right away. Okay, I would wait a few hours, probably about 5 or 6 hours, just to see what happens. Okay, the market's going to be very, very slow when it first opens, so it's just going to it's probably going to just ride sideways for a while, and it might even go up a little more. Okay, and we're looking for a red arrow on the 1-hour chart. I think we're pretty much there already, but it just has not formed yet. So keep a lookout for that. But if this does not go up and it starts to go down, you should be safe to go ahead and place a sell trade and to close it on the opposite blue arrow. Okay, and for most of this week, I think this will probably be dropping. Okay, for most of the week, but considering that this past week everything was in a kind of a flat range of market, I think it would be safe to both buy and sell the EURUSD. So you can keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame. You can buy on the blue arrows, close on the red arrows, and vice versa. Okay, so you're safe to buy and sell both on the 30-minute chart. If we look here at GBPUSD on a 30-minute chart, you kind of see the same situation. A little bit different though. We had a rally up, and then a big drop and came back up. So it has not formed a red arrow right now. So we probably can expect it to be going up some more. If we look at the 4-hour chart now, we see a 4-hour chart shows to sell, right? And it's been showing this for the last week or two. So what I think is going to happen is that it's going to go up a ways. The 1-hour chart shows to buy also, so I think it's going to go up a ways and probably form a resistance right around here. Okay, so you got a few hundred more points to go up, and then it's going to drop. Okay, if you look at the daily chart shows to sell. If you look at the weekly chart, okay, the weekly chart does not show to sell, but it did hit a strong resistance right here like it did in the past. So all indicators are technically basically telling you to sell right now. So with that, if that in mind, keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame. Definitely look to sell. You could, if you want, you can sell only, but I do feel that it would be safe to both buy and sell this week. We should see mostly range of market this week. okay, with the GBPUSD. Like right now is not a good time to buy, even though it's going to be going up. I would wait. Okay, I'd wait most of Monday for a red arrow to form. And then once you have the red arrow on the 30-minute chart, I would still wait about an hour or two, a couple hours, and then place your trade, just to make sure it doesn't repaint or go up even higher. Okay, and then once you place your trade, you can close it on the next blue arrow. So that's a very good strategy, and you can just repeat the process when you get the next buy signal. Wait a few hours, place a buy trade, close it when you get the opposite red arrow, right? So you are safe to buy and sell both on a 30-minute chart, right? Here we go. Let's look at AUDUSD on a 30-minute chart. Now we see a rally up because the US dollar dropped down, so that's a good that's a good sign there. And now we just see mostly a range of market. The price did dip down, as you can see here, and formed a solid support and is going back up. So this is similar to what we just saw with the GBPUSD. So we should expect this to escalate up more in the beginning of the week, and then probably form range of markets. If we look at the 4-hour chart, the 4-hour chart again shows to sell. And what I think is going to happen is we have a resistance right here. Okay, hit a resistance here and here, and several other points. So I feel that this is going to go up a few hundred points more, and we should see a red arrow at that point. Okay, at least on the 1-hour chart. Okay, 1-hour chart, we should definitely see a red arrow form, and then you'd be safe to sell. If we look at the daily chart, again, we see a red arrow to sell, and the weekly chart as well, right? So all indicators are pointing to sell. Okay, so I would not want to buy so much. But for this week, I do feel that there will be mostly range of markets, and it will be safe to buy and sell if you use a 30-minute chart. Okay, moving on to USDCHF. Okay, moving on to USDCHF. Like I said, we saw the US dollar spike up at the beginning of the week, and then it just fizzled out, right? So we see here there was in a really tight range of market for the majority of the week. All right, now the price did, it went up, and then honestly I thought it was going to go back down, but it actually rallied up more and then came back down. So it looks like it's hitting a pretty solid area of support right here. Okay, if we look all the way across the border, so I think it's going to be going up, but as you can see right now, it's definitely not wanting to go up. So the bigger question is it really going to be going up, or is it going to drop back down? That's to be decided, right? If we look at the 4-hour chart, here's the deal. The 4-hour chart shows to buy. Okay, the 1-hour chart, look at this, the 1-hour chart shows to sell. So based on this, we might see the US dollar drop even more, at least in the beginning of opening hours of the week, probably Monday going into Tuesday. We'll probably see this drop a little bit more, but the overall trend is bullish. Okay, if we look at the daily chart shows to go up. Okay, the weekly chart shows to go up. So and this is a pretty strong signal to buy right here. Previously we did not have a buy signal on the weekly chart. Now we have a buy signal on the weekly chart. So with that said, I feel like this is definitely going to be going up. Okay, long term, for the majority of the week. If we look here on the 30-minute chart, okay, it shows the buy right now. I would not place a buy trade right this minute. I would wait, about 5 or 6 hours after market open. You may even want to wait until the New York session starts to see what the US dollar does before you place your trade. Okay, at least the London session, but definitely want to wait a while before you actually place your trade. Now once you place your trade, you can just close it on the next red arrow on the 30-minute chart. Okay, and for most of this week, I did not expect any huge gains for the US dollar, so I would feel very comfortable with you being able to place both buy and sell trades using a 30-minute chart. Okay, if you look here at USDJPY on a 30-minute chart, we see almost identical same pattern, right? The price spiked up and then just fizzled out. Now it actually dipped back down, and which is a little bit different, but it looks like it hit pretty solid support and most likely will be going up. If we look at the 4-hour chart, okay, the 4-hour chart shows to sell. So this is a lot different than what we just saw with USDCHF, right? We look at the daily chart. Daily chart shows to sell, and the weekly, daily chart shows to buy, and the weekly chart shows to buy as well. So only the 4-hour shows to sell. So what does that mean? Okay, well, it's already dropped quite a bit, so I feel like it probably will drop some more. What might happen is that the price is going to go back up. If the smaller time frame shows to buy, but the bigger time frame shows to sell, then the price is probably going to go up, form a red arrow in the beginning of the week. Probably like Monday and Tuesday, we should see the price escalate up. If we we mark a resistance, we have a resistance here, which I think is pretty good. We have a support here, resistance here. I'm just looking in the past. We see a support, resistance, resistance. So right now that's a strong resistance. I think the price is going to escalate up to this point and then form a red arrow. Okay, and then at that time it's going to drop back down. Okay, being a 1-hour chart, it is very possible that this could drop further and form a second blue arrow right here. Okay, so you could have 2 blue arrows in a row, which is, very, very possible. Happens all the time, at least on the 1-hour chart. So based on the 4-hour chart showing the sell, we know that this is going to be going down. So what does this mean for this week? Okay, what I think is that we're going to see more or less a range of market, but this will probably be more in the downside. I don't know. Okay, but for all intents and purposes, I do feel that it would be safe to buy and sell both. Okay, because we're not going to see huge drops or huge gains. Okay, more than likely we're going to see a range of market. Okay, and it might end high, probably going to end lower than where it started. I don't know, but you can buy and sell. What you do right here is, like, again, you have a buy signal right this moment on the 30-minute chart. Do not buy right this minute. Okay, you need to wait a few hours after market open to see what happens. Okay, if the price keeps dropping, then you want to definitely wait. But if the price starts going up, then you can go ahead and buy and close on the next red arrow. Okay, and then just repeat the process. Sell on the red arrow, close on the blue arrow. Okay, so for all intents and purposes this week, I do feel that it would be 100% safe to both buy and sell using the 30-minute chart. Okay, now let's look at USD CAD. Okay, now this is a little bit different, a lot different actually. This did not rally up, it actually rallied down. Okay, and then had a conservative slow and steady gain the whole week. So we didn't see that flat range of market like we saw with USDCHF. Now the thing is, the price did hit a strong resistance right here. It hit resistance here and then here also. So is it going to break that resistance and go more, or is it going to keep dropping like it shows to right now? Okay, if we look at the 4-hour chart, okay, the 4-hour chart here shows to buy. Okay, so long term we can expect it to go up, but short term we can expect it to drop. Okay, if you look at the let's look at the 1-hour chart real quick. The 1-hour chart shows to sell. The daily chart shows to buy. Okay, so definitely long term is going to be going up. If you look at the weekly chart, okay, look at the weekly chart, we have a signal to buy, okay, which we did not have previously. So yes, now we have a signal to buy on the weekly chart. So that's a very good sign, right? That means that this will definitely be going up. So to put all this into perspective, okay, the 30-minute shows to sell, the 1-hour shows to sell, but the higher time frame showed to buy. Okay, so what do we do? Well, right now I feel that again everything's going to be more or less in a flat range of market, and at the beginning of the week you're going to see the price dip down. Come around Wednesday, you're going to see the price dip back up. Okay, and the price probably will end higher than where it began. I don't know, because the price is right here. We're looking for the price to drop down and reach, at least reach that point here again, or go higher. Okay, I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller, so I can't tell you that exactly, but I do feel that it would be safe to both buy and sell using a 30-minute chart. Okay, So with that said, that concludes my weekly trade predictions. If you have any questions at all about these predictions, or if you need me to analyze another currency pair, okay, please feel free to hit me up on Facebook. I put a link below in the description of this video for my personal Facebook. Please contact me there first, okay? Also, I put a link for my private Facebook group, and you can request to join my Facebook group and post any questions or comments in my Facebook group, okay? With that said, I look forward to helping you. Thank you, and have a wonderful week ahead.